Hey, how's it going? Well, I've got a little something here called an Odyssey Habano. I'm gonna try one of these today. I got a bundle of 20 from cigars.com, and it was a pretty good deal, so I went for it without even knowing what it is. So, you've got a pretty good looking stick here. It's a nice light brown color. It's got a hay kind of smell. It looks very well made. Let's give it a shot. Of course, as soon as I started, the neighbor decided it was time to mow his lawn. I hope that doesn't mess with the sound very badly. So it's kind of dry. I mean, like, the taste of the smoke has a dryness to it, like dry hay. Not a lot of complexity. You can taste the Habano wrapper. I suppose there's a little bit of a nutty. There's a little bit of a nuttiness. So I'm about 10 minutes in. It seems to be burning really hot. Just a couple of minutes after I lit it, one side of it started to burn a lot faster than the other. So I kind of had to touch it up pretty early on. And I can tell already, it's a light pack. It feels like it's not very dense or heavy. So when you take a drag, you really ignite a lot of tobacco. So I think this is going to be a real slow smoking cigar. You don't want to smoke this one too fast. That's what I'm getting from it so far. But so far the flavors are okay. It's got a cigar flavor, tobacco, just, that baseline cigar taste. I like it. It's got the nuttiness. It's just got a good tobacco flavor. Yeah, liking it so far. I like the purple band. It's got a good feeling to the band. It's in a good place on the cigar too, to me. Sometimes you get the big bands that go halfway down the cigar. They're beautiful, but they're kind of silly. I like this. It's a practical kind of band. So that's all for now, and I'll come back later and let you know how it's going. Probably about 20 minutes in now. It's burning a little strange. It keeps wanting to burn on one side and not on the other. So I've had to stay on top of that. I lost the ash pretty early on. I'm getting flavors of pretty much just, I'm thinking of it like it's a dry wood. The description on the website. Okay, so it's supposed to have sweet spice, which I don't taste any of that. An earthiness, which, sure. Leather, which might be why I'm tasting like a dryness. I could see why you could call that leather. And sweet tobacco. It's not what I would call sweet, just tobacco, because tobacco has a sweetness to it. I wouldn't put the extra modifier of sweet tobacco on it. To me, it's just a nice tobacco flavor. It's pretty pleasant. It's mellow to medium, for sure. It's not real strong. You don't feel any nicotine. I don't feel any nicotine from it, not yet. It's pretty easygoing. Nothing special, nothing complicated. So I'm about this far in. it's been burning pretty weird. I've had to stay on top of the burn the whole time. The flavors are okay. I'm glad I went with the Habano because I figured it would have a little more flavor than the other option, which was a Dominican or Connecticut. And it's Nicaraguan tobacco, Nicaraguan binder and filler with the Habano wrapper. Um, the burn is really the downside of this. It wants to burn so hot. You can put your. I haven't hit this in a while, and it's just really hot under the cherry. It really wants to just be puffed once every minute and a half or so. But it seems like maybe that's dying down a little bit now that I'm about this far in. I think some oils have been releasing and kind of getting in there, and maybe it's slowing down. I'm starting to taste a lot more flavor now that it's down here. The first half of the cigar was actually kind of boring. It's just dry hay, slightly woody, a little bit of a nuttiness, a little bit of an earthiness, but that's just the Habano wrapper. I actually expected more flavor from the Nicaraguan tobacco, but like I said, the deal I got, it's a little over $1 per cigar, so I'm not complaining about that. If it's a smokable cigar and it's got a little flavor to it, that's really all I expected out of this. Um, it would be a fine everyday cigar. It would be a good cigar to give somebody who is wanting to get into smoking cigars, and you want to give them something that's going to give them a cigar smoking experience. And if they don't like it and it just gets trashed, you won't really feel like you've wasted a lot of money. Um, this could be a good cigar to keep a bunch around for poker night, or if you're going to be grilling some burgers and you got the guys over, um, have some cheap stogies. Um, that's pretty much what I think these are for. So I'm about this far in, and there has been a change. It doesn't have that fast burning thing going on anymore. I reached a point around the halfway mark where there was a knot in there. And I finally got burned past that. And now it's actually feeling like silky, soft smoke instead of it was a little bit harsh. It's gotten softer. It has gotten sweeter. The natural sweetness of the tobacco is coming out. So I am pleased with that. It started out kind of like a hay, just boring like hay taste. Now there is a sweetness to it. There's a richness to it. And it is burning a whole lot better now that it's gotten past that problem. So, pretty pleased so far. Well, I'm just about finished with my Odyssey Habano, and just wanted to give you my final words on it. Overall, it's been a pleasant cigar. The price was right. The Habano wrapper did offer the flavor that I hoped it would have. It's got a good draw. It's seemingly well made. This one did have a little lump in it that it gave me some problems for the first half, but once I got past that, it became pretty enjoyable. As it burns down towards the bottom, it does get richer. The sweetness of the tobacco does come out. It does have what I call a slightly dry wood flavor. I think they're calling it leather, but to me it doesn't taste a lot like leather. It's kind of a woody taste. So it does actually have a little bit of a transition. If it starts out a little boring, but as it keeps burning, the oils release, the sweetness of the tobacco comes out. So definitely an enjoyable smoke overall. I feel pleased with the bundle that I purchased. So there is the Odyssey Habano, and I appreciate you guys hanging out with me, and I definitely have some more reviews coming up, so stay tuned.